Recording in progress.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapadakkamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneswari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyayeva Chapatitana Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaka Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraga Anadi Radhir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam Hare Krishna. By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, Raja Vidya. In Bhagavad Gita, we are also knowing about Krishna. We are knowing about ourselves and we are knowing about Krishna also. So that is about the soul and also about the super soul. Even though it's very difficult to know about Krishna, because only 1 in 1,000 will endeavor for perfection, and out of that hardly one knows about Krishna. Manushanam sagasyesu kaschit yatati siddhe yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataga. So mam tattvataga, about me, hardly one knows. That's what Krishna is saying. So, Name Vidugu, that also Krishna says. Name Vidugu, Suraganaka Prabhavam Namagarshega. I also quoted this sloka yesterday. So, but we know about Krishna. We have so much of information there for us to know about Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, so much of knowledge is there to know about Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself reveals everything to us about himself. In the 7th chapter, the knowledge of the Absolute, Krishna is teaching a lot about himself there also. Krishna is teaching us very clearly that he is not visible to anyone. Even though he is standing in front of us, even though he is everywhere, he is within us, he is outside us, he is very, very far away from us, he is very, very close to us. But we can't see him. People in this world, they say that I don't believe in God, I don't believe in Krishna because I can't see him. Krishna says very clearly that I am not visible. We can see only if he is visible. And Krishna is not visible. Naham prakasaga. I am not visible. Naham prakasaga sarvasya. I am not visible to everyone. Naham prakasaga sarvasya. Naham prakasaga sarvasya. Yoga maya samavritaha. I am covered by my internal potential. Yoga maya samavritaha. Mudoyam nabhijanati yogo mam ajam avyayam. The fools, they don't know about my yoga. Yogo mam ajam avyayam. That is, the fools, they don't know that I am unborn and eternal. I am ajam avyayam. That they don't know. So that's why they can't see me. So that we understand from Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna is saying very clearly that I know the past, I know the present, I know the future. Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu veda na kaschan. Krishna only knows the future, but Krishna cannot define our future unless we submit ourselves to Krishna. That point we need to understand very well. Krishna knows, but Krishna is helpless. He is the Supreme Lord. But if we are not willing to serve him, means if we are not willing to love him, then Krishna, even though he knows about our future, but he cannot decide our future unless we let him decide our future. That's where the concept of our free will comes into picture. So that way, Krishna knows what is going to happen to us. We all know. By Krishna's mercy, we all know that we are going to go to Goloka. Our future is Goloka. There is no doubt. Otherwise, we won't be sitting and studying Bhagavad Gita every day. The very reason we are studying Bhagavad Gita and able to focus our mind on Krishna, and we are able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we are understanding the science of Bhagavad Gita completely, the way Krishna is teaching us, that is the proof that we are going to go to Goloka. We know mind is difficult to control. We know senses are difficult to control. But we know by Krishna's causeless mercy, simply by rendering devotional service to him with love and devotion, we are going to free ourselves from the modes of material nature. So that means our mind is going to become our best friend. Our senses are going to be under our control. So that also things are going to happen, that also we know. Because this Bhagavad Gita can do that. This Bhagavad Gita has got that magical power of cleansing our mind. Because right now, at this moment, we are not thinking about any material sense object. We are able to bring back our mind wherever it goes on Krishna, on this Bhagavad Gita, this study, what we are doing. That is possible. Krishna's mercy, it is possible. Because we are going to understand everything about Krishna fully. So, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Krishna's pastimes and wonderful pastimes, and everything completely. And we are able to keep all this knowledge also. We are able to keep in our memory. That's also possible because Krishna's mercy only. So by Lord Sri Krishna's mercies, all these things are becoming possible. So now we understand that Krishna, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, he comes to this world, this material world, to establish the righteousness. Because we know that this material world is a dukkhalayam. It's a miserable place. So we know that. And here people will commit all kinds of sins. That also we know that. But then why Krishna is coming here? Why Krishna wants to establish the principles of righteousness here? Why Krishna wants to establish dharma here? It's a very important question. Because Krishna already says very clearly there is 0.1% devotees are here. So they have to go to Goloka. They have to get out of this material world. So 1 in 1,000. So 1 in 100 is 1%, 1 in 1,000 is 0.1%. So Krishna is so much merciful upon us so that he comes here to give this knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. But for others, 99.9%. So, what to do? Krishna himself can't help. Because if they decide to keep coming back to this material world, so then no one can stop that actually. If they decide to keep themselves under ignorance all the time, then Krishna cannot give this knowledge. That's why we are not able to make each and everyone as devotee of Krishna. Many times devotees say that I'm telling my friends, I'm telling everyone, I'm not able to, they're not listening. Because that's what Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. If we tell 1,000 people, one will become a devotee. So we need to identify. It's a very difficult task, but it is very easy also. By Krishna's mercy, it is very much possible, because we have to put very sincere efforts to identify that one devotee in 1,000. So that way, we can actually associate with devotees and discuss only about Krishna and study Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Krishna's Leelas, Krishna's pastimes, and understand everything. And then we ourselves merged in Krishna consciousness all the time. So that way our life will be full of Krishna conscious life. So for that, we should not be attached to anything materials. That's very important. So that means we have to give up everything. Give up everything means give up the attachment to them. And don't get disturbed by anything in this material world. So give up all sense of proprietorship. That's what is very important. Giving up all sense of proprietorship. So, vihaya kamanya sarvan pumams charati nispragaka. So we should be able to give up all desires and live in a desireless state. Vihaya kamanya sarvan pumams charati nispragaka. Nirmamo nirahankaraga sasantim adhigacchati. Nirmamo nirahankara. So that is the way our life should be. We should be able to design our life like that. So that way we should not be thinking that I have so much today and it's going to gain so much tomorrow. That is only the demoniac person thinks. The demoniac person only says that idam adhyamayam labdam imam prapshe manoratam idam asti idam apiye bhavishyati punahat dhanam. So only the demoniac person thinks. If he thinks something like that, I have so much wealth today and it's going to increase more in future according to my plans, all such things, then it's purely a sign that we are a demon. So that way we have to give up all sense of proprietorship. So that means if we want something, that doesn't mean that we'll go and throw away our anything what we want, but we have to use it in Krishna's service. That's what is very important. We should know very well that everything is owned by Krishna and it should be used in Krishna's service. Then our life will be full of meaning, full of bliss, basically. If we are able to just give up that sense of proprietorship. So that means no desires. Nirasi. Nirasi is very important. So nirasi. Nirasi yata chittatma tyakta sarva parigrahaka. That's what Krishna is again saying. Nirasi yata chittatma tyakta sarva parigrahaka. Sariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. So, if at all we do something that is only to maintain our body, sariram kevalam karma. But in this material world, people are doing everything to lead a very unhealthy life only, sedentary life only, unhealthy, not maintaining our body. Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, we have to work only to maintain our body, then we are not going to commit any sins. Kurvannapnoti kilbisham. Sariram kevalam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. If we just work only to maintain our body, then we are not going to get any sins. But what is happening? People, they are so much after material sense objects, so much after material wealth and all such things. So without any intelligence, they don't take proper care of their bodies, their body. They don't eat what is good for our body. They don't sleep enough. And all the time under stress only. Because chintam aparimeyam means unlimited worries. That's what chintam aparimeyam. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaka kamopaboga paramayetavatiti nishchitaka. Asa pasa satay baddhaga kama krodha parayana ihante kama bhogartam anyayena artha sanchayan. That's what happens. So they have unlimited worries. When we worry, when our mind is disturbed, when we are not peaceful, that is immediately going to affect our health. It is a science. According to medical science, it is very much proven that if we are under stress, if we are worrying, that means our body is not going to work very well. Especially our digestion system will be completely screwed. It is not going to work very well. So if that is a problem, then every other organs are also will get into trouble. So that's what happens with the demons. Chintam aparimeyam. If we get unlimited worries. Why? Because I want this, I want that, this is mine, that is mine, I need more, I want this, like that. Our desires is just increasing every day. It's only exponential increase. That's it. Our desires, our plans, our wish in this material world, what we want to achieve, our goals, all such things are completely materialistic, and it's keep on increasing day by day. That means we are binding ourselves even more, so much that we are getting ourselves completely entangled in this material world with this materialistic activities. So we need to stop all this nonsense. It should not continue like this. This is not going to help us at all, because we cannot give up. We cannot ditch this material world, because we need to give up everything to go to Goloka. So we need to give up everything, means we have to give up that sense of proprietorship. That's what Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. That's what Krishna is saying. Give up all sense of proprietorship. Tyakta Sarva Parigraha Sariram Kevalam Karma Kurvanna Apnoti Kilvisham. So with Bhagavad Gita knowledge only, this is going to be possible for us. Because it's a slow and steady process, step-by-step process. We are in the right direction, and we are going to go to Goloka, and we will definitely make progress in this life itself as much as possible, just simply by Krishna's causeless mercy, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So we have successfully finished 21 slokas in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We understand about the Karma Yoga, what Krishna is teaching us, that we need to work without expecting any results, without attachment to the results. Then we are going to go to Goloka. That's what Krishna is teaching us. So in the 20th sloka, what we studied, Krishna is teaching, Karmanaivahi samsiddhim astita janakadayaga loka sangraham yevapi sampashyan kartumargasi. Karmanaivagi samsiddhim ashrita janakadaya. So just by working without any attachment, so Janaka and other kings have achieved perfection. Loka sangraham evapi sampashyan kartumargasi. Just to show, lead example, just to, for the sake of people in general, so you should work. That's what Krishna is telling Arjuna, that you should fight. Sampashyan kartum argasi. So kings such as Janaka attained perfection solely by performance of prescribed duties. Therefore, just for the sake of educating the people in general, you should perform your work. And next sloka, what we studied, Krishna is teaching us very clearly that yadyacharati sheshtas tadevetaro janaka sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanuvartate. So whatever action a great man performs, sreshtas, a great man performs, acharati, tattad evetharo janaka, itara janaka, the common man, every other common man, they simply follow whatever action a great man performs, and whatever examples he sets, the whole world pursues. So that's what Sayat Pramanam Kurute Lokas Tad Anuvartate. So this Lokas means the people in this world, all the world. So they simply follow whatever example he sets. But these days, unfortunately, there are so many movie heroes, political leaders, and all such things. So people follow. But the problem is that they are not setting examples to go to Goloka. They are not setting examples to serve Krishna. Without serving Krishna, where are we going to go? What is the use? People, there's so many different leaders, heroes, this and that, and so many fans. They simply waste their life foolishly without knowing that our Lord, Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, He is the ultimate hero. He is everyone. He is everything. That's what we need to know. Krishna's Leelas, wonderful. We should relish, we should enjoy, we should think about what Krishna did, Krishna's Leelas. That's what is very important. There's no point in talking about other movies or other actors or what they do. All such things are totally useless. So, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we know everything about Krishna. So that way, we have to simply follow how the acharyas, they did in the past, how Arjuna did, and simply follow. So that's what we need to do. So whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So now Krishna is teaching about himself in the 22nd sloka. Name partasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayeva cha karmani. Uparta, there is no work for me to do in all these three worlds. Trishu lokeshu. Trishu lokeshu means three worlds. There is no work there for me to do in all these three worlds. Name patasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana. Nor I have to obtain anything by working. Nanavaptam avaptavyam vartayeva cha karmani. So, Krishna, there is no work for him to do in all these three worlds, and there is no need for him to do any work to get anything. He is the source of everything. When Krishna says that Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati Tadakam Bhakti Upahridam Asnami Pretat Manaha. So if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, flower, water or fruit, I shall accept it. So that doesn't mean that Krishna cannot get leaf, flower, water or fruit. He is the source of leaf, flower, water or fruit. But Krishna himself cannot get our love. That's why he says that Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. So that bhakti, the devotion, that has to only come from us to Krishna. That's what Krishna is asking us, that you devote, you show, you remember me, you think of me, you follow me, so serve me, become my devotee. Manmana, Bhavamadbhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru, Mam Evaisasi Utvaivam Atmanam Matparayanaga. So that only we have to do. So that's why it's very important that we have to become a devotee of Krishna. Even though we should also become like Krishna, there should not be any work for us to do in all these three worlds. That is going to be possible only if we become a devotee of Krishna, render devotional service unto Krishna, and all the time if we are in Krishna conscious, and all if we are able to find happiness and satisfaction within ourselves alone, so then we will also be like Krishna. There won't be any work for us to do in all these three worlds. So, O son of Pratham, there is no work prescribed for me within all the three planetary systems, nor am I in want of anything, nor have I a need to obtain anything. And yet I am engaged in prescribed duties. That's what Krishna is saying. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 22nd sloka number 22 in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 राम हरे हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. If any devotee has any questions, you can use the Timid Prabhu should be here. Hare Krishna, Timid Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Hare Krishna to all the devotees. Hare Krishna, I request the devotees to kindly use the Zoom raise hand feature to ask your questions to Guruji. There are no questions, Guruji. So thank you, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. R.K. Kohil, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thanks for a wonderful class, Guruji. I don't have any major doubt, but a slight observation which may require your further comment. Actually, we have talked about the aparigraha today. Aparigraha means we have to own nothing as such, but we have also seen the example of Janaka Adi, Raja Janak. So when we see the Raja Janak or any king, so he has to maintain an army, he has to maintain a treasury, and he has to maintain so many other things. So will that not be in the category of parigraha? How this dilemma kindly clarify?
Because he is not attached. That's it. Asaktaga satatam. That is the key words. Asaktaga satatam means always unattached. Asaktaga satatam. So he was only attached to Krishna. He was unattached. So that's attached to, of course, yeah. So that's what. That way he achieved perfection. So that way one can have a lot of things, but mentally whether we have it or not, that is the main thing. Because Krishna is saying that in Bhagavad Gita in the 5th chapter, Sarva Karmani Manasa Sanyasyaste Sukamashi. So Manasa Sanyasyaste means one should renounce with mind. Sarva Karmani Manasa Sanyasyaste Sukamashi Navadware Pure Degi Naiva Kurvan na Karen. So he is not doing anything. So Naiva Kurvan na Karen. So that way, Janaka, as you said, he had like kingdom and all everything, but from mind he completely renounced. So that is very much possible. You understand that, correct? No?
Not exactly, Guruji, but can we take it like this, that since he was born in a royal family, so it was inevitable for him to be a king in due course of time, but he was keeping himself attached with the Almighty, and still he was doing all the duties of a king, just like an unattached person, just like a sannyasi. So that way he was becoming only an instrument in the hands of the Krishna, just to perform his duties in the
exactly,
larger
Prabhu, exactly.
society.
See, like Arjuna did. After listening to Krishna, Arjuna also did the same thing, correct?
Yes, okay.
Arjuna fought in the battle.
So we have to understand whatever situation we are in, we are a specific case, and we have to perform our duties as if somebody is guiding us and forcing us. Rather, there is a word Govinda. Govinda means all of our senses are under the control of the super soul. So we have to believe as if super soul wants us to do this kind of an activity or this action, and we are not actually the doer. It is he who is forcing us to do in this particular fashion, and we don't have any desires for ourselves. We have the desires for the Krishna.
That's correct.
So
if you are not affected by the results, then that's it.
Yes, okay. I think that is a very good understanding, Guruji. Now, thank you very much. We are daily gaining something out of your class. So beautiful, so nice, so grateful to you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. SK Gar, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, thank you very much for the very nice lecture.
Yes,
Prabhu. I could not understand, Guruji, the last two classes, Tuesday and Wednesday, because of my tour program. So I'm back, Guruji, and understood the verses today. I just have a very small doubt. As Krishna says, he has nothing to do and he is not required to do anything. But even then, he is doing karma. He is doing. So, is it true for us also, the human being also? Even if we don't have anything to do, yes, but we should keep on doing the niyat karma kuru. What is the
yes.
So
very much. Because even if we elevate ourselves to the Brahma Bhuta platform, still we can do welfare activities. That's why Labante Brahma Nirvanam Vishayaga Kshina Kalmashaga Chinnadvaido Yadatmanaga Sarva Bhuta Kite Rataga. Sarva Bhuta Kite Rataga means for the welfare of all other living beings. So that way we can do such kind of yajna tapa karma. In fact, Krishna is very clearly teaching us in the 18th chapter that yajna tapa karma natyajyam karyam evatati yajnodanam tapaschaiva pavanani manishnaga. So such kind of activities we should never renounce. Yajna tapa karma. So that way we can do it.
Guruji. So this is the yes. I mean, even if somebody does not require anything for his living, for his sustaining even then he should keep on doing the
Doing for the benefits of others.
karma, for the welfare of the
For the
others,
benefit
the
of
human
others.
beings.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Guruji. And in fact, what was the discussion right now going on? We have to do it as if we are not the doer. A doer is the Deva, the Krishna. He has just made us the medium to get the things done.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Rahul Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thanks
Hare
for
Krishna,
wonderful
Hare-
class. Yeah, I have a small doubt, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I had met with one ISKCON guy, Guruji. After saying my problem, he means I have to become a karma sannyasi. That's my aim. He said you have to practice bhakti yoga, and he said watch devotees who are practicing bhakti. Then only you can learn rather than theoretical study. So I watched some series about Bhaktivedanta Swami. Yeah, I have to ask one doubt, but specifically particular doubt, Guruji. What is your morning routine, Guruji? Means I can't wake up so much early and also can't sleep. Means
You
night.
need to sleep early, then you can wake up early. You should sleep at least 7 hours, but not
Yeah.
more than 8 hours.
Okay.
So that is very important.
Okay.
So that's very, very important. So that means it's better to go to bed early and rise early. So then we can finish the rounds in the morning, chanting also 16 rounds in the morning itself. That is the best thing to do.
Okay.
So, but being a student, I know I will have exam next day or something like that. So some days, some deviations, it's okay, but still we have to, if we plan very well, then such deviations are also will not be there at all, because it all depends upon how we are able to plan everything. You understand that, correct, Mom?
Yeah. I am asking just what about your plan? Means my plan is that if I sleep, these mobile phones are watching. Before half an hour, if I switch off the mobile phones, I'm able to sleep. But morning waking up, it's somewhat difficult for me, Guruji. What's your plan you're doing? In like that way,
Yeah,
I'm
because you put alarm, correct? You put alarm, Prabhu, if your mobile phone, you can put alarm.
yeah, but alarm also I'm just knocking off.
See, that's why I think it's better if you are able to associate with devotees, Prabhu. That's very important.
Yeah, he also said that.
It's actually in college, because you are asking about myself also, because when I was studying both in IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, so we have a lot of devotee friends. We have so many in IIT Madras and all. We have like good number of devotees, like 25, 30, 20 to 25 devotees. Every day morning we assemble and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 16 rounds together we used to do. So like that, if you are living in a hostel, you need to definitely identify. I'm sure there are devotees. You have to identify such devotees. So then you all can do it together. So that will give you a lot of things. So you should mainly, you are in your second year now, correct?
Second year over, Guruji, now sem holidays.
Oh, now third year, correct?
Yeah, third year.
Okay, yeah, third year. So that way you need to identify some friends who can study Bhagavad Gita. That's the main thing. If you know already someone, may ask them to join this lecture every day, or sometimes or you yourself can arrange a lecture in your room and play this YouTube video, and some of your friends you watch together. So that way, slowly, if you have such association, then that will be very easy for you.
Okay.
So I think this is a very, very great opportunity you have got. You should make use of it, because this college life you will never get it back, especially to serve Krishna. It's a very, very wonderful time, probably, because now I remember during my college days, especially at least during my PhD, Master MTech days, most of the time I was engaged in serving Krishna only. Studies, it went well, Krishna's mercy, but that time is because you don't have any other things to distract, correct? There are no other commitments, correct? Other than studies. other than studies, you don't have to do anything else, correct? Anything else means nobody is forcing you to do anything, correct?
Yeah.
So that means all this time you focus on this Bhagavad Gita only, Prabhu, studying Bhagavad Gita, spreading Bhagavad Gita, identify devotees, bring them to our class, all such things you engage. So then these things, whatever you are saying, it will not be an issue at all. Then together you can get up and do all those things. You understand that, Prabhu?
Understood, Guruji.
Because I am since you're asking about me, I am comparing with my college days to tell you, correct? That's what I'm comparing.
Yeah,
So if you have a lot of devotee friends in the college, I know your campus is also a big campus. So keep this, make this as your main service to Krishna, your important service to Krishna, identifying the devotees. So other than studies, only you should do this one only, nothing else. So then you will see a big difference, bro.
Okay.
So let you be the instrument to start that big regular Bhagavad Gita classes in your campus or in your university. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a great opportunity. Okay. Is there any such class going on right now? Regular Bhagavad Gita programs?
In my college there is one course, Guruji, means ACRS courses.
No, I'm not talking about the college course. I'm talking about any association, any devotees coming teaching Bhagavad Gita like that. I'm talking about Bhagavad Gita.
No, Guruji. I had seen one online course, Amog Leela Prabhu.
See, somebody assembling, doing all those things. See, when I was thinking, whenever I get a chance to come, maybe I can come and give one lecture in your college and we can identify devotees. We can start assembling and doing. But right now, that maybe it may not happen immediately. So if you have any friends, or let us do one thing. Any friends, if you have, you introduce them to me and we can all together one day we can discuss, and that way you will get more. Okay, something like that we can plan.
Okay.
Okay, Prabhu?
Okay, good.
So we can plan something. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Sunil Srivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dhanavad Pranam Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhu, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Guruji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Vrinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. It's really nice. So, Guruji, as you said today that, our desires, like, they are misleading us and lot of things. So, of course, that ambitious nature is there, that to prosper, to do more, but of late, after doing all these lectures with you and understanding and reading the Bhagavad Gita, actually somewhere now these desires really, they've become, I think that enthusiasm is lost a little bit with these desires of doing further, because now the feeling comes that you don't want to get into the material things more and more, get entangled. So now that feeling is imbibing inside us. So, that enthu is being lost. So, of course, side by side, parallel, we are connecting to Krishna, reading the Bhagavad Gita, attending your class. It is all there, very true. But first, that feeling, what was there, is getting a little diluted now. So every time something happens, say, kya karne ka hai, nahi karna hai, chhod do, why get entangled? That kind of a feeling. So is that really good, or are we not even wanting to take effort to move forward? So I want to know the distinction that Is it a part of not wanting to take an effort to start? Or is it lack of desire exactly?
It is a good sign only, Mataji. I would say that because materially we are not motivated. That's a very nice thing because we can serve Krishna, we can remember Krishna, chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we can get connected with Krishna a lot because this kind of material things, one should not be doing till very, very old, correct? We should, as soon as possible, we should, in fact, become a full-time serving Krishna, something like that. So that's how we should plan, because Krishna that's what he is asking us. All the time we do everything for me only. So that way, I would say, like as far as studying Bhagavad Gita, spreading Bhagavad Gita, answers things, if we are this into should increase and we can focus more, then there is nothing wrong in what you are saying, Mataji.
Yes, Guruji. Yeah. I mean, what I also want to say is that whatever one wants to do or wants to do, one should feel very happy doing it. That happiness should not feel no, I don't want to get entangled. It's all material. It's all useless. It's not going to help me. Why do I want this name and fame and this money and this glamour? And I don't want it now. But at the same time, parallelly, I must increase this side and get connected more.
Yes. All the time we need to, now we have a lot of work to do for Krishna, because there are so many devotees, they have not got the opportunities to study Bhagavad Gita unless we all put a very sincere effort in a very planned way. That's not going to happen. So we need to identify. We need to make a lot of devotees identify. That work is a very important work, Mataji. That's what, if we want to do, Krishna will make us to do. So that's what is very important. So that way, when we want to do this service, then we don't have time actually to do other things, correct? It becomes like that.
Yes, Guruji. But we are bound so much by our circumstances around us, the family, or, so many ties we don't want to do, but we have to do because as a part of our duty.
Krishna will eventually, he will take care of that, Mataji. It's all simply matter of time. Until then, we have to act. But over a period of time, Krishna will give us, Mataji. Krishna will do all the needed things for us to fully serve him, Mataji. That's very important.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you. Very inspiring. But I wanted to tell you this part because of late, from past 2-3 months, after I'm doing these lectures and reading myself also the Bhagavad Gita, I feel that enthu is being going down. So that feeling is there. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you.
We will all become very busy in serving Krishna. So we'll be even much more enthu and much more very, very inspired to please Krishna, Mataji. There is no doubt. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for wonderful class.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Krishna's mercy.
All the time association with Krishna is needed, Guruji.
That's what is very important. Krishna will himself help us, Mataji. There is no doubt.
Yes, Guruji. No questions, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sumati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you for a wonderful class, Guruji. I think Vrinda Jaising Mataji, what she's doing, the enthusiasm for learning more about Krishna should increase, is what I felt. Because generally the enthusiasm for life is there. Maybe the enthusiasm for material things gets reduced.
That's correct.
Material enthusiasm to learn more. Yeah. Yes, that is what she's meaning, I think. So that is a very good sign of getting closer to Krishna.
That's correct, Mataji.
Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Suresh Tabik Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Very nice question answer Guruji today also.
Yes, yes Prabhu.
Especially the Vrinda Jaising Mataji's question.
Yeah. Yes,
So like she felt, but only probably what I felt is like, if you think that you are doing it for Krishna, even if like suppose if she goes and get promoted and go to a higher place, if she does it for Krishna, so that like she will have more better avenues to spread the Krishna consciousness, Guruji. That is what like I was felt like what she said was like it is correct. Only like if she thinks that whatever she is going to do it, so if she does it for the Krishna, so probably like it will still motivate her to achieve the goals. Only thing is that she is not the doer. She has to think that she has to like she is doing it for Krishna. So everything like whatever we have to do, if we think that we are doing it for Krishna, probably that feeling will also probably go. That is what I felt, Guruji.
Yes, Mother. Yes, Prabhu. I think what she says is even I also have the same thing. Like full time we want to serve Krishna, but the time waiting, that's it. Krishna's mercy will get more opportunities to do that. So for all of us, eventually this will become the case that we want to fully engage ourselves in spreading Krishna's message. That should be our only job. So then at that point of time, we will be really, really able to make a big difference in the society. Identify the devotees. That's the very important thing.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Guruji.
So all Krishna has plans. We know that it's going to happen at some point of time. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavad
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna. Dandavad Pranams, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Palaniappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Today's class and question answers are really very much interesting. And mainly what Krishna is asking us to do, he himself, today's sloga says, he himself doing that only.
That is correct. The next two slokas also we are going to study the same thing. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, that way he himself is an example for all of us. So that the sloga says the same thing, what I felt when you taught that. Yes. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Good morning, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Today is
Krishna.
very nice class. The extension of all the classes, wherein which here he says, ultimately I am everything. Krishna is saying that ultimately everything is a part of him only. See, one thing I think with all sloka, one inner meaning we have not understood, that body is different and soul is different. So most of the examples are coming on a body. The body is nothing but some name. Even I am speaking like money, but that money is not original. All these things are not original. Therefore, when we are part of him, that is only enlighten us to do what is the best. So the best example I can give, Jaising Mata can able to understand. Krishna is not telling us to go in a depressed mode, not to have motivation, not to have enthusiasm and do chanting Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. No. He says, remember me, do all the activity which pleases the other person in a very best possible way, without hurting. See, in the course of class, if my wife asks me, there is no vegetable in the fridge, I have to go to the vegetable market and buy the vegetable, chanting Krishna, nothing wrong. So we have to do our act on a natural basis. We need not to cease our act, what we are doing natural basis. Krishna is not saying the way I understood. So do your karma, what is designed for you. In the meantime, you feel that you are part of Krishna only. There is no difference between you and Krishna. So I want a very good explanation from you, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhu. So, what is happening when we get the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita? So our materialistic desires will slowly go away. Because when you are able to taste this Krishna consciousness, so thinking about Krishna, talking about Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, glorifying Krishna, all such things, when you are able to find that happiness there, that when you are able to taste this spiritual happiness, so then the other things will become secondary. Will slowly give up. That's why Krishna is here. Visaya vinivattante niragarasya deganaga rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishva nivartate. So when you are able to experience the higher taste, we'll give up the lower taste automatically. That's what is happening. That's what, and Mataji is mentioning that I'm not getting interested in the materialistic activities. So that's what will happen when we are spending more time remembering Krishna and serving Krishna, all such things. So that shows that Bhagavad Gita is working. Like if any medicine when we take, it works for the body. So like that, here for the soul, we are taking this medicine, this Bhagavad Gita. So it is working. So we are developing that love towards Krishna. So we are going to focus more and more. Our consciousness, our thinking itself is that how can I please Krishna? That's our goal. That's the main thing. It's not to please anyone else. It's pleasing Krishna. That's what is our very important thing. Because for others, we cannot please them. Yes, Prabhu.
Guruji, my point is, we need not to withdraw ourselves from certain act which are designed to, we have to do, correct? For example,
no, we need not withdraw, but it will automatically happen because you cannot simultaneously do both. So it will automatically happen over a period of time. So all the responsibilities we will do, but it is for Krishna. Household responsibilities you do, but it is for Krishna. So at some point of time, when Krishna himself gives us more and more opportunities to please him, serve him. So we need not withdraw, means we need not give up everything, but it will automatically happen that we will not give more focus on such things, because at a time we can focus on only one thing, so that is Krishna. So when our mind is fully absorbed in serving Krishna, doing everything for Krishna, pleasing Krishna, so we will do only things what can please Krishna. So depending upon our circumstances, each and every individual, it changes. So sometimes some like devotees will have to wait longer to finish all other responsibilities to do this. But all such things, Krishna will give us the strength, time, everything will happen. But the important point is that we have to ultimately give up everything at some point of time in our life, because give up everything means give up all the attachments. That is the main thing. That's what I was explaining to Arkagoel Prabhu. Like mentally we need to renounce. So manasa, sarva karmani, manasa sannyasya sukham. So that's what is going to happen. You understand that, Prabhu?
Yeah, that is what in the slokas he said, no, that the results and expectation, you leave it to me. So when that occurs, so automatically what will happen? You will do it according to his command. That command we should sync with him. That is what we are practicing now. Once we are synchronized, it will happen naturally.
That is correct. Our main goal is to spread this Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. For that, whatever we want to do, we should do, Prabhu. That's all. So that should be our only goal, nothing else.
This is the duty which we have to honor.
That is correct. Yes, Prabhu. For that, if we need to go to work, and we need to go to work. Yes, Prabhu. That is because that way we are constantly connected with Krishna by spreading this Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
We will plan, Prabhu. We'll plan and we'll do. Krishna's mercy, everything will happen. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare Krishna. Ram Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes. Give me a sec. I will come back to you. Just give me a sec. I'll go on to you. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I'm in another call, Guruji.
No problem, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Today being R.D. Amavasya, I remember all the great gurus, Guruji. I very clearly remember the way you started this, Guruji. Radhanath Swamiji, you're thanking, then Bhakti Prabhu. So I need a good explanation from you on this, Guruji. Probably I will discuss with you, Guruji. I will also learn. I should also recite this sloga, what you're saying. Probably from tomorrow or the evening Tamil class, I record it and play it, Guruji. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna. Thank you, Guruji.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Gayatri Mataji, Hare Krishna. Kadirabani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, today's class is very wonderful class, Guruji. Thank you for the class. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you for all the devotees. Hare Krishna.
Manoranjan Savi Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Very wonderful session. And Ram Prabhu is more sincere. Is getting more and more sincere. I become envious because that is kind of devotion. One is more devoted and less devoted. So it's a kind of the spiritual competition. Second, that is a good thing to emulate and to how I am spiritual, not charged. So I can be more charged as divine. That is an easy passage, avenues to Goloka. So these things are the devilish people, the vicious, malicious people. They all kind of to show up their. Some people, most people are practically tamasic people. They are doing all sorts of. Also, they are engaged in puja, but in not showing manner. But some are more devoted, like sattvic. So it's a very good explanation. It's an experiment, total experience. And this Bhagavad Gita is not a story. It's a practical, and we should do it. What we are doing wrong, we will suffer. We are destined to suffer. So Krishna is very merciful for us. He has given us everything. He has created, and still then he has allowed us to do some good works. If you don't do or devote a noble job, noble work, and karma, what everything he has narrated, all slokas. Really, Guruji, I am very wonderful, very much indebted to you, as you give us eye opener, and our blind, we are completely blind and ignorant of all what we have. We are only showing up. Prabhupada also realized that old stage he has moved all over the world. It's a great example. Every day I want to recite by the repetition of the recalling and remembering Prabhupada. It's a great boost for us to be more associated. At this stage, old stage, he moved all the world and he has, but we are not doing anything. Only attending the class also, we are not serious. And what we will do for that? By saying it is not enough. What you are doing, what he has done, even you cannot do a drop also. What? Because you have not in mind. What kind of service I can do for the Gita so that we can build a right society. Otherwise, you will be destined to suffer. Without Gita, there cannot be perfect society. It should be our integral part of our life. Whatever the rest of the world is temporary. This is not important, secondary. So you take it as Bhagavad Gita as primary so that you can enjoy the life. As long as you live, you should live happily. The content, the blissful life. So divine life. So as Guruji, you are giving us, and which were in wrong track, you give us right, to take us to the right path. Really, I could not expect. So I was totally perverted in my streamline, but actually Guruji and you make us more and more devoted. Ram Prabhu also once told, I was involved all other things, films, TVs, all these things, and now totally he has left. So time, in due course of time, the time has changed. In our Odisha also, one film star, he was totally engaged in some only for sensual things. Now he has totally converted to Swamiji. He is famous yoga teacher and totally a dedicated life. All this family. So many people have I've seen say found them change because of Gita. So many people, it's a very transformation. Unless you dedicate ourselves by attending, this is not enough. I've seen so many people like Dasrathanagara Valmiki, and because of the divine company, the company around us must be very good society, should have like our Gita class, all our company, they're all having devotion to Lord Krishna. If you come out of that class, then we again different test people. So that also same class, what we are having the Gita class, we should convert that also company into a divine company. Because if you sincere effort, make effort, some people may be changed. So because Guruji, it's a great, we should take vow and promise for that, how can I render good services for the spread of message of Gita, should take. Thank you, Guruji. Pranam, Guruji. Satata Naman Naman.
Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan.